This is an examination of the hidden human condition.
This is the Hidden Killers Podcast.
With Tony Brueski.
So what do you do when you're facing pretty serious federal charges and you want those charges to go away, be delayed? Well, you commit a far more heinous crime. Oh, wait, that's probably not a great idea, because at the end of the day, you still have both cases and charges against you then? Yes, that is how that works. Brian Walsh may not have exactly understood that, though. Brian Walsh, as you may remember, is the man accused of murdering his wife on New Year's Day, going through the horrific Google searches about hiding bodies, disposing of bodies, mutilating a body from the outside in with chemicals so the body is simply, gone. Well, he's back in court, and prosecutors and the defense are asking to put off the art fraud case while he faces charges in connections with his wife's death. Art fraud case? I thought we were just talking about a murder. Yes, we are. Prior to that, back in 2018, Brian Walsh was accused and charged with selling fake Andy Warhol paintings. I know, and pretty serious charges on that. But in light of the accusations of him murdering his wife, they've said, yeah, maybe we should put a little bit of hold on the Warhol charges. Just to give you some perspective on the Warhol charges for the counterfeit art, he's accused of selling 2 counterfeit Andy Warhol paintings on eBay for $80,000 to a buyer in Los Angeles. Walsh pled guilty to wire fraud, interstate transportation for the scheme to defraud an unlawful monetary transaction. In relation to the fraud case, a forfeiture ordered last summer mandated Walsh to surrender the counterfeit paintings and an additional $225,000. So you have that and an upcoming trial, but we will not see that trial for quite some time because of, like I said, the murder charges against him. So the news on this is they're saying, let's wait on the art fraud. Let's get to the point of this murder case, which on the outside does look pretty cut and dry, although a not guilty plea is what we're hearing from the world of Brian Walsh. Anna Walsh is the one that he's accused of murdering. That's his wife. She went missing New Year's Day, reported missing by her employer just a few days later, when it was found that she would not be found or was not found at that time. Still to this day has not been found. During Walsh's murder arraignment, the prosecution presented evidence of the morbid Google searches made on Walsh's devices in the days following Anna's disappearance. If you want to find those, they are out there. The searches included inquiries about disposing of a body, dismembering a body, body decomposition, how to clean up blood, and also about inheritance and how long it takes to, cash in when your spouse is gone. Investigators believe that Anna's remains, where are they? Where do they believe they are? This is the sad and scary part, because there are kids involved here too. They believe they were scattered across various transfer stations in eastern Massachusetts. Trash transfer stations. And some of the remains had been incinerated or destroyed before investigators could reach the locations. Evidence found includes multiple plastic bags containing DNA discovered in a dumpster from Swamp Scott and Peabody transfer station. Brian and Anna were married in 2015. There's 3 kids now that don't have parents because Brian decided the selfish thing to do would be to, murder your wife and then spread her body all over the place. And you got 3 kids. Anna's a Siberian-American, dual citizen, had a successful career as a regional general manager at a real estate company. And things seem to be looking up for her. She had begun to talk about getting a divorce from Brian. She had been telling some friends, some family members that there had been moments of living apart leading up to this. And we all know that one of the most dangerous times for a woman in any sort of relationship would be when they say, you know what, I think we may need to part ways here. If you're dealing with a crazy person, a jealous person, someone who doesn't have their shit together person, which Brian Walsh clearly did not. And ultimately, Anna Walsh paid for it with her life. What happens next? How do we find justice for Anna? Prosecution of Brian, which is underway. We'll, of course, keep you up to date here on whatever happens with not only the art case, but obviously the murder case, the trial that's upcoming. We'll have complete coverage right here. Stay with us and press subscribe.
This is an examination of the hidden human condition.
This is the Hidden Killers Podcast
The Hidden Killers Podcast.
with Tony Brueski.